I'm Jeff Andrews, co-founder and chief operating officer of Carpe Data. With me here today is Sylvia Ramirez, a member of our product team and lead analyst for international markets. Carpe Data is a next-generation data company for insurance. We work with over 40 carriers in the United States. And today, we're going to show you how using next-generation data, you can change the way you sell insurance to small and medium-sized enterprises. No one can predict the future with 100% certainty. But we wouldn't be here in Munich hanging out with our 1,000 closest friends if we didn't believe the global insurance industry was going through a metamorphic transformation. There are a number of forces driving this transformation, and it's impacting all lines of business, every aspect of the policy life cycle, in the entire insurance supply chain. Next generation data is one of those forces. Insurance carriers are just beginning to scratch the surface of opportunity in front of them. The omnipresence of the internet and the explosion of data sources such as web data, social data, ad tech data, tech stack data, IoT data, location data, just to name a few, has created an infinite source of new information for insurance carriers to mine and assess. Today, we're going to focus on the SME commercial lines market. There are 150 million small and medium-sized businesses globally, with over 50 million in the United States and European Union alone. These businesses represent $300 billion in annual premium, and this is a huge market opportunity for insurers. The challenge for carriers today is that the processes for quoting, underwriting, and issuing insurance for this market is rife with friction. Underwriting processes are predominantly manual. There's a lack of easily accessible quality data, and getting access to high-value data is both time-consuming and expensive. This limits a carrier's ability to effectively serve this market, which creates a negative experience for both the consumer and the carrier. The good news is that this is all about to transform, and next-generation data will be a key driver of that transformation. We are a next-generation data company, and we have built a suite of data and predictive products specifically for the SME commercial lines market. Our products enable carriers to expedite the application process through data prefill, enhance risk assessment with the introduction of new tools, and automate underwriting using our machine learning-based business risk scores. Now, before we jump into the demo, let me ask you guys a few questions. How many of you here in this room have gone online and researched a doctor before booking an appointment? Or used Yelp when trying to make a decision between what restaurant to go to? Used TripAdvisor when booking a hotel? Or gone to Glassdoor when checking out a company? You may not have realized it, but you are using next-generation data to conduct your own personal assessment of those businesses. Carpe Data is a data company. Our products are consumed via APIs. But as I expect you can imagine, wouldn't make for a very exciting demo today if we were just to display the JSON for our commercial products API and discuss each field. We built this user interface as a way to demonstrate our capabilities and bring our products to life. And through this user interface, we're going to show you how we can expedite the application process, enhance risk assessment, and automate underwriting. Now, to begin, we're going to enter the name of a business. This happens to be a restaurant in London that I jogged by a few times on my most recent trip. As you probably saw there, as Sylvie began to enter the name of the restaurant, it auto-populated the remaining information. And then at this point, we've now initiated the process in which we're going out in real time, identifying, aggregating, transforming, and assessing all of the next generation data that's out there available on this business. Once this process is complete, we'll have built a comprehensive profile on the business, and we will have assessed this business to determine the likelihood that it's going to have a loss within the next 12 months. So as you take a look at this, we'll start from the top. So through that process, you can see that we identified and verified over 200 sources of information. And from that, we're able to derive over 1,000 discrete data points on this business. As we scroll through, you're going to see that we found information such as hours of operation, types of services the business offers, industry-specific codes, ownership information, employee review data, social networking information, images from the restaurant, consumer reviews, as well as all the other publicly available next-generation data that's out there, such as the business's website, online forum and blog information, news and media data. Utilizing all of this information, we extract discrete data points and features and transform them into easily consumable products for our customers. On the front end, we can use this information to expedite the application process using data prefill. Take all of that information that we just collected, prefill the application, that expedites the process. In addition to that, we're able to also derive information. So you can see here we were able to determine that this business serves alcohol. This can be used to both expedite the application process or, one step further, reduce the need to ask the question altogether. Isn't that the holy grail? Be able to put in the name of a business and give it a quote and not have to ask any more questions? Additionally, this same type of information can be used not just for expediting the application process, but can also be used for risk assessment. You can determine, do we have any gaps in premium from undisclosed services? Is there any potential premium leakage? All this data can be utilized for that. The same data is also incorporated to these two risk scores that you see here at the top. The first is our online presence score. This is a rules engine-based underwriting score, which utilizes natural language processing and sentiment analysis to perform an assessment of the business. This information is delivered to our customers via API and consumed into their underwriting platform. They can utilize this information for both as trigger points as well as for triage. The second score here is our loss propensity score. This is a machine learning-based risk score which determines the likelihood that this business is going to have a loss in the next 12 months. Insurance carriers today can utilize this score to make fully automated underwriting decisions on micro and small businesses, and also use it to prioritize their underwriter's queue so that ensuring that their underwriters are always looking at the best risks first. We developed this score and trained it initially using over 500,000 loss history records, and have now validated it with insurance carriers through retrospective and prospective studies. Additionally, and just one more thing for you guys to think about, is we know that in this business sector, the average restaurant has an 8% loss propensity. So with this score, we know that this restaurant is almost twice as good of a risk as the average restaurant. Earlier, we talked about the challenges that insurance carriers face with the SME commercial lines market. As much as I'd like to say we can solve all of those problems, we can't. That being said, during this presentation, hopefully you saw how we can expedite the application process, enhance risk assessment, and automate underwriting. Our products, we work with P&C and life carriers, and our products are utilized across the policy lifecycle. We've demonstrated a proven 10x ROI for our consumers. As I mentioned earlier, we work with over 40 carriers in the United States, and I'm pleased to announce here at DIA that as of today, we've officially launched our products in the UK, and we'll be rolling them out further across Europe and other international markets in 2018. Thank you all very much. I know I'm the last person between lunch and you guys, so I really appreciate it. Please feel free to come by our booth. Love to talk with you further, not just about what we showed you today, but about our claims activity products and all of the other things we provide. Thank you very much.